Well, guys, we've made it to the mid-season finale. The show has gotten progressively better, and that's great. But man, how they gonna leave us hanging like that, man? You have this big battle royale, and they just gonna cut it like that? Anyway, Nate, go ahead and break this review down for us. I'll catch you guys.
Hey comic book fans, Confire Nate here, and we're going to talk about the fall finale of Supergirl. Now, after last week's episode, which I think up to this point was probably the best episode of the season, I was really interested in what they were going to throw at us this week. The main thing about this week, as far as like the storyline goes, it ended last week with her Aunt Astra basically confronting her. So we find ourselves in a situation where Astra is really trying to talk to Kara to explain to her that everything she believes maybe isn't exactly as true as she thought it was. And you get a couple flashbacks to kind of see that that Kara and her aunt kind of had a relationship beforehand, and they were really close. So they fight. She captures her, what was a pretty cool fight. And she basically tells her all this information in the at the EOD's department headquarters. They basically capture her, put her in a cage, kryptonite, and she basically tells her all this. And Kara's kind of going back and forth. She's having some issues dealing with the possibility that her mom lied. So she's going back and forth. She's having some issues. All the while, they're in the personal side of things. Cat Grant had her email hacked. Her personal information was spread all over the place. So they're trying to find out who it is. It just turns out to be one of the guys there, one of the corporate guys trying to do a corporate takeover. They figure it out, save the day, blah, 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 blah. All right, all that's out of the way. The more important stuff is the stuff at the end. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. The interesting thing at the end is it turns out that you're not entirely sure if you can trust her aunt, because it turns out that some of the stuff she might have been telling her was true, but it looks like it was all just kind of a ruse to get captured, because she unleashes like a whole bunch of people, including her husband that were introduced into this, to go and to attack Lord Industries. So it's interesting that they're attacking Lord Industries because we already know we have a deal with Maxwell Lord and his involvement in this. So it's kind of interesting. I'm trying to figure out what exactly is going on, but we don't get any answers because they don't really tell us anything. What we do get is a very interesting little thing. It turns out that Miss Grant, who is a journalist, has figured out that Kara is Supergirl and basically confronts her about it. And I mean, I guess it's kind of at this point, if she is kind of an investigational journalist, it'd be kind of stupid if she didn't figure this out sooner than later. All of a sudden be like, oh wow, how could I not miss this? No, it's something that, they dealt with even within the Man of Steel, not having to deal with Lois, who is an investigative reporter, not realizing that the guy she's working with is Superman because of glasses. Okay, so I like how there's a little bit more realism to that. Just for the simple fact that, come on, guys, how do you not realize that she's Supergirl? All she has is a pair of glasses on. I mean, what's a pair of glasses do? So that was interesting. We got to see at the end, she has to leave. She can't really talk to Cat Grant about the whole thing. She's wanting to talk to some people and explain the situation, but she's called in right away because you have Astra's husband, I think it's Nam, and a few other people attacking Lord Industries. I mean, it's a huge, huge fight. You have Lord Industries guys getting messed up. The EOD comes in. I mean, they're killing people. People are fighting. It's turned into a big chaos. Nam looks like he's just going to beat the crap out of everybody. Kara shows up, and they go to fight, and that's where it cuts off. That's where it leaves us. Okay, that's where the fall finale leaves us. And it doesn't even give us any look as far what we're going to see next half of the year, next year. So at this point, I guess just do a little reflection, which is what I'm going to do about what we've seen so far with Supergirl. I think it started off kind of not entirely on board, but I felt like it's gotten better and better. I felt like the episodes have gotten a little bit more interesting. I found myself really starting to get more interested into the story. And I'm really excited to see where it goes. I mean, I know it seems like with all there's definitely ups and downs with comic shows between, Arrow and Flash, and then Marvel has Daredevil and Jessica Jones on Netflix, and sometimes you're not going to make everyone happy. So people who are fans of Supergirl might not necessarily like this from a comic perspective, but people might just enjoy it as a show itself. Me personally, I wasn't ever a huge Supergirl comic fan. I know about comic stories involving Supergirl. So I'm trying to take this as kind of like a person who's going to enjoy a show as a fan of a comic that I wasn't really interested in, but fan of comics in general, and enjoy it because, I mean, hey, I'm here to support, comic TV, guys. That's basically why I watch it. But I'm finding that I'm actually starting to like it. I'm actually starting to enjoy it. So I hope you guys feel the same way. If you're enjoying Supergirl and you're excited about the next half of the season, let me know. Comment on this. Let me know what you guys think. If you don't, that's cool too. Tell me what you think. Do you think Supergirl's stupid? Are you tired of watching it? Then let me know. I mean, you can't compare it to everything, but maybe you're sitting there thinking, man, this is just awful compared to some of the other shows out there. If that's the case, I want to hear it too. Other than that, I will see you guys next year. I hope you have good holidays. See ya.
Hey, if you're still sticking around, then thank you for watching. That means you like us and we like you. So do us a little favor here and click that subscribe button over there so you don't miss any of our videos, because we dropping videos pretty much daily, okay? And then click this video up above my head and watch that if you haven't already, because it's awesome too. All right? Yo, man, Campfire Rich is out. Peace.